Is New York City truly the gentrified renters hell people make it out to be online, or is it exaggerated? I'm gonna be real. It is and isn't. So many neighborhoods are still just garbage ass, you know? And then other neighborhoods are absolutely gentrified renters hell. But the thing is, it doesn't matter. It's not that it's all gentrified. That's not what it is. No matter where you are, the prices went up. Even if you're in a hole. You could be in the most undesirable neighborhood and that rent is still high. So, you know, it's expensive everywhere now, and people are just moving further and further out, taking longer and longer trains and stuff. And it sucks because so many of the like new luxury apartment buildings and all these things, they're not actually luxury. They're way overpriced, and a lot of portions of them sit empty. So there's been more pushes to balance that. It's going to be a slow process. That's not something you can slash quickly, but there have been efforts. So, you know, I will be watching with great interest. New York is huge enough to be everything at once. Yeah, New York's basically a country. It's really hard to like label it because, you know, it's just huge. New York City has 8.58 million residents, approximately. That's not including all the people that are in it traveling all the time. That's residents, people who live there. For reference, Switzerland and Austria each have about 9 million. There's about as many New Yorkers as there are Swiss people or Austrians. There's only about 5.3 million Ireland folks, residents, Irish people. Yet there's like 8.5 million New Yorkers. Just the city. I'm not talking about the state. Like, it's a huge place. So like you can't really equate it to a lot of other things. Very dense. Yeah, yes and no. It is very dense in some areas. Other areas it's not that dense because it's also kind of big. It sprawls a bit. Brooklyn alone has 2.7 million residents. Queens 2.4 million, Manhattan 1.6 million, the Bronx 1.4. That's about as many as Estonia, which is 1.3 mil, you know? So it's a huge place is what I'm saying. And then when people are like surprised that people that are from here have like a multicultural upbringing, they're like, oh, what, you got one Puerto Rican friend? I'm like, no, you have like hundreds of thousands of Puerto Ricans here. Like, everyone's got a neighbor or an auntie they grew up with who was Puerto Rican and was part of their life. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't know how to explain it to people that aren't from that type of area, you know? Can't think of any other city in the world that's as multicultural as New York City, because there isn't one. I mean, I don't know how to describe it, but like, for me, you know, I meet someone, like, what's up? Where are you from? I hear like a little accent. I always go, where are you from? And they're like, Nepal. I'm like, oh yeah? They're like, yeah, I'm from Nepal. I brought my aunt over. She owns a restaurant if you want to go eat there. Here's my kid, you know, I'll come hang out with us. And next thing you know, I'm like learning phrases in Nepalese and you know, like, and this is just like, everyone's got something, even if they're a few generations down, because there's so many new immigrants for those countries constantly. So it's easier to keep in touch with that culture just in general, even if you yourself are more generations down, or if you're not that thing at all, you know? And it's just like that every day. And then a lot of different neighborhoods are cultural centers for certain cultures, because one person will move over from a country to New York and they'll settle down somewhere, and then they'll tell their friend where they live, and their friend will be like, if I move there, I want to be in a similar area. And then that just keeps happening. And next thing you know, neighborhood is just like, everyone's Colombian. Everyone on this 2-block radius, they're all Colombian. All the businesses, all Colombian, right? And it's the same way it happens in any other city. It just happens very quickly, and it's with really specific things that you might not find elsewhere. Like in a lot of other cities, I feel like a lot of different Hispanic cultures end up blending together in an area, but in New York, you still get in neighborhoods distinctly like, yeah, these people are Honduran. These people here, they're Guatemalan, right? And like, they still get to maintain that distinct identity and origin because they're just more of those people in that area. So it's just, they're just able to do that, you know, just surely by count of people. So that's just how it is, man. So you have everything here, and then you be like, I want to eat food. There's this really specific thing from this one region in China. Okay, well, you'll be able to find it. There's a stretch of roads or a stretch of restaurants on a road that are all run by people from that province, and you'll be able to find that really specific thing. Like, it'll be here. That's just how it is. You just have to be okay with being around people all the time. Like, you can't have that without the density. It's impossible. So I don't expect everyone to like the city. I think it's the best place in the world for me. I don't think it's the best place in the world for everyone. Some people like cannot handle it. I've watched people have breakdowns on the street because they just literally can't handle noise and people. You know, like, you see some people, like, their face, they just look permanently like anxious, and I'm like, yeah, you're not able to do this. And that's okay. And different people are just kind of built for different things, for sure.